everybody. We're going to go in a little bit different direction this week with our Self-Care Sunday video. And we're going to talk about meal prepping as a form of self-care. Now, I don't know about you, but since we've been in this lockdown quarantine situation, I have gotten pretty lazy about meal planning and prepping. And that's something that I was really good at before. And I was always on Sunday, I would do meal prep for the week. And that way I knew I had healthy meals available. I knew that I would have things that made me feel good and be able to think well. And it's just preparation is so important to keep you from feeling stressed out later on in the week. So meal prepping is very much a form of self-care. So I've decided no more excuses. I'm going to get back on it and do my Sunday meal prep again. And I just kind of wanted to tell you guys how I go about it. But of course, everyone is different and you just have to figure out what works for you. So I now, as you can tell, I have braces. This is a big change for me. I cannot eat the same things that I ate before. I used to love salads and, things I could chew and bite into, and now I can't do that. So I'm having to plan my meals based on what I can, put in and chew with my braces. So I've tried to get creative with my menu, and I try to follow a plant-based diet, which if you want to in future videos, we can talk about the benefits of that. But I find that my body functions best on a plant-based diet of whole foods. And also based on individual needs, whatever your body thrives on. For me, I want to watch my cholesterol. I want to balance hormones, and I've done research on those things, so that's why I include certain things in my diet, such as lots of vegetables and some soy products and things like that, as you'll see. So I'm going to do some little clips at home showing you how I meal prep. And I live in a small apartment with a very small, outdated kitchen. And I literally have like that much, a little bit bigger counter space, as you'll see. I have no counter space for food prep, but I still make it work. And it's still very important, and it makes me happy on meal prep day. I just turn on some music and I make the meals, and it's kind of a fun thing. So I see it very much as a self-care topic. Let's see what else. Yeah. Oh, also, if you do meal prepping, I feel that it helps you avoid emotional eating later throughout the week, because you kind of have your meals planned. You've got something available, so you're not going to be like, oh, I really want a bag of cookies from the snack machine. So it kind of helps that way too, and it also really saves you money, and I know we all can benefit from that. So most of the ingredients that I buy are from Aldi or from my mom's garden, and if there's things that I can't get at Aldi, then I'll go to Walmart and get a few things there. So meal prepping is a way of your current self taking care of your future self. And the way I do it is I come up with menu ideas and I'll write them down, like breakfast, lunch, dinner, whatever, snacks. And then I look at what ingredients I'm gonna need and make a grocery list if I need to. And I kind of know by now what I can get at Aldi, and I kind of make my list based on that. And then sometimes I'll put the meals into like a fitness tracker, like MyFitnessPal, and that's just to see that I have a good balance of nutrients in there, but you don't have to do that. And so then you make your grocery list, you go get your groceries, and you figure out how much time you're gonna need. So on Sunday, I'll spend maybe 2 hours if I'm really just taking my time. And usually when I'm working in the office, I'll prep about 4 days worth of meals. And because sometimes you maybe get bored with your meals by, say, Wednesday, Thursday, and you might want something else at the end of the week, maybe Friday, Saturday, whatever. So just do what works for you, but I just wanted to do a little bit different kind of video. And now I'm going to show you some clips of my actual meal prep, and let me know what you do or if meal prepping works for you. All right, and I will talk to you next week on Self-Care Sunday. These are the ingredients that I'm putting into my oatmeal. I got the old-fashioned rolled oats from Aldi, of course. The milled flaxseed, also from Aldi. I've got cinnamon, cardamom, which really makes it yummy. And then after I make the bowl of oatmeal, I'll put a spoonful of peanut butter in the bowl and mix it in while it's warm. You could also put a scoop of protein powder in that, and that would make it more filling and give you more protein. So what I do is I take this big bowl, I put about half of this oatmeal in it, I dump some flaxseed in it, I dump all the seasonings in it, mix it up with my hand, and then I'll dump it either into a big Ziploc bag or back into the oatmeal container. And this is literally how much counter space I have to work with. Like, you guys didn't believe me. That's it. That is the amount of counter space I have. And I still have to make it work. So, that's my oatmeal. We'll see how that works with the braces. I'm not quite sure yet. All right. Okay, so what I have in this pan are a bunch of chopped up vegetables. I got potatoes, I got sweet potatoes, carrots, onion, celery, garlic. These are thyme sprigs that I had in the freezer, a couple bay leaves, salt and pepper, and I have it all pretty coarsely chopped, a lot more coarse than I normally would. And that's because once it's all cooked up, I'm going to put it in the blender and make it smooth so I can eat it with my braces. And also at the end, I'm going to add some coconut milk and some nutritional yeast, which is like this. It's full of B vitamins, and it kind of gives it like a cheesy, creamy texture, flavor. I don't know, makes it good. So I'll show you what it looks like when it's all blended up. This is what the soup looks like after I blended it all. It's creamy, and it almost tastes like cheese, but there's no cheese in it at all. I think it'd be really good with some croutons on it. I don't know. I'm pleased. So all I added to it since the last video clip was this coconut milk and the nutritional yeast, and blended it up. So there's my creamy vegetable soup. These are all the ingredients for my green smoothies. So each pack has a handful of kale from my mom's garden. It's got frozen mango, fresh pineapple that I cut up, half a banana, some flaxseed, some hemp seed, and I will put this whole thing in the freezer. Then the part that I don't put in the freezer is the tofu and the one orange. So for each smoothie, I'm going to put the bag of frozen ingredients, one orange, and a fourth of this tofu to add protein to it. And so there's enough for 4 days worth of green smoothies. Okay, I just wanted to show you guys how my green smoothie turned out. Now some of you are saying, ew, gross, but guess what? I think that's a work of art. And I forgot to tell you, I put a scoop of this. And it's real good. And Braces friendly. So anyway, thank you for watching. I know this was a little bit different. Let me know if you have any other topics you want covered. See you next week. So I realize there's a couple questions you guys might have that I didn't answer, so I'm just doing one more quick little clip. This is all the stuff I would bring to work to pack for lunches for, let's say, 3 days. I've got my oatmeal back here with the peanut butter to put in it when I make it. I've got my soup, and I thought it'd be good with croutons. And I've got my smoothie packs with the orange and the tofu to put in them. So then I got something hot, something cold for lunch, which is a good mixture that I enjoy. And to, you know, if I want a snack, I've got some yogurts too. But when I mix up the oatmeal, I'll put some stevia in it to sweeten it, because you probably thought, ew, what's she put in there to make it taste good? And then on the smoothies, when I mix them up, I mean, you can use some kind of milk if you want to, or I used just some leftover tea. I made some ginger tea, and I used that as the liquid today, and it made it pretty good. So I just wanted to let you guys know, you know, those little details. So I think that's all there is, and hopefully if you have any questions, just put them down below. All right, see you next week.